Are you a people pleaser? And do you struggle with public speaking? Because I think there's a link. If you're a people pleaser, you tend to adapt what you're saying and how you're being to the different people to make sure they like you and accept you and all this kind of stuff, which is fine when you're one-to-one, because you can do that, right? Because you can respond to them and you get those signals. But when we're speaking, when we're presenting any kind of public spoken word, there's lots of people and they don't speak back. So it's very hard for your people pleaser little thing in your head that makes you want to know what everyone thinks. You can't. That doesn't work, right? And therefore, that's why we get the I can't do this and the fear and the not wanting to say anything, because you can't use your normal dial to tune in, right? And the challenge is, when we speak, we're standing up there saying, I am the authority, right? That's kind of inherent in the nature, isn't it? I'm speaking and you're listening. So it just compounds that. And the challenge is, okay, how do you address that? Because that's inbuilt in the nature of this style of speaking. I guess my advice then would be to people two things. One, you've got to get really clear on what you want to say, right? What do you see as the value in what you've got to offer and to say? And within that, yes, you're never going to know exactly what it is for everyone. But that's going to get you that first step, right? To be able to say things and go, okay, maybe not everyone's going to like it, but you've got to like it and you've got to believe it first. And the second thing is to give yourself the opportunity and create spaces where you can find out how people respond, okay? You're never going to be able to please everyone, but if you have an understanding of, okay, say you share your talk or share what you're going to be sharing with 5 different people, you may get 5 different responses, in which case that's going to tell you, okay, you can't win them all, you're going to have to choose which one you like the most. But then equally, you might get consistent feedback amongst all 5, in which case, okay, that tells you something specific. And then you adapt accordingly, or you go for it accordingly, knowing the values. So, if you're a people pleaser and you struggle with public speaking, that's normal, it makes perfect sense. And consider getting to grips with what you believe in, but also understanding what other people hear, and it'll satisfy that little bit in your brain a little bit, at least enough to hopefully get you started, get you across that first hurdle. I hope that helps.